Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is Ali Alfoneh, Senior Fellow of the Foundation for the Defense of Democracies and author of Iran Unveiled. He's written a great piece in the Washington Times. What else is Iran hiding? So, Ali, welcome, and let me ask you, first of all, I'm sure you agree with Charles Krauthammer there.
Well, I do share some of the worries, and I do not trust the current government, the Islamic Republic of Iran. I just don't.
Yeah, well, with good reason. So your name isn't John Kerry. But tell us what you think. Your piece is very comprehensive. To me, I mean, we're begging them to take what is a great deal for them, are we not?
Yes, and they seem to be hesitant. Part of the explanation is that they genuinely believe that they can get a better bargain. After all, President Obama has been extremely generous in his negotiations. And why not try to get a better bargain if the U.S. administration is willing to give more concessions to Tehran? So that part of it I understand perfectly well. What I don't understand is why the Obama administration is so generous, why the Obama administration so desperately tries to get a deal which may not be a good one. And by the way, why the nuclear negotiations did not include a comprehensive study of some of the designs and plans and activities of the Islamic Republic of Iran in the 1980s, including the relationship between Iran and North Korea. Those elements, I think, are totally incomprehensible, but I understand why Tehran is doing what it's doing.
But, you know, Ali, yeah, why? Those are the questions. Because, you know, no matter what the deal is, and forget what effect it will have on Iran's nuclear program. Barack Obama has already stated that all they have to do is sign a deal, and they could get right back in the League of Nations, right back into the world mainstream. They'd be accepted, you know, and their greatness would be extolled, and blah, blah, blah. And that's insane. We're negotiating with the regime that, while we're negotiating, not only says death to America, but the head of the militia branch of the Revolutionary Guard said today that erasing Israel off the map is non-negotiable. I mean, why are we even sitting with these people at all?
Well, you know, maybe, you know, President Obama wants to get some kind of, you know, things done. You know, in his presidency, his track record in foreign policy is not exactly brilliant. He genuinely believes that there is going to be built an arch of triumph for him after a deal is reached, you know, with Tehran. And by the way, as long as Iran does not get the nuclear bomb, as long as he is in the White House, I think the president is happy. Right, but of course, anyone who will be replacing President Obama in the White House is going to deal with this issue, and it's going to have huge consequences, not only for America, but also the Middle East region and the world at large.
All right, what about the North Korea factor here? What does and what did Iran get from North Korea regarding nuclear contributions to its nuclear program?
So prior to my research, what we knew was that there was extensive cooperation between Iran and North Korea in order to develop Iran's missile capabilities. This is the North Korean missiles, which were ballistic missiles, which were exported to Iran, and Iran used them in the war against Iraq from 1980 to 1988. What is not known is if that missile cooperation had also a nuclear component. And we are getting new information from the memoirs of Mr. Rafsanjani, former president of Iran and former chairman of the Iranian parliament. This gentleman writes his memoirs, and he publishes those memoirs with more than 20 years of delay. So this year he would be, you know, publishing something that he wrote 20 years ago. In those journals, Mr. Rafsanjani is making very, very specific references to import of special commodity from North Korea. Now, Mr. Rafsanjani does not explain what special commodity means.
Right. So, Ali, I'm going to have to leave it there and direct people to your piece in the Washington Post, What Else is Iran Hiding? And I thank you, sir, for your time. More of the show coming up next, folks. Don't go away.